Hi everyone, I'm Airier, and today we're looking at Grimjack's Mushoku Tensei, also known as Jobless Reincarnation, in a nutshell. Now, I'm going to say something that only has come up twice this year. I know what this is! I've seen this, and I'm looking forward to season 2. 2, I have no idea where he's going to go with this, because this show is very much complex. It is, on the one hand, incredibly, the term is thirsty, and also very problematic, and yet it does it really well in a believable way and shows growth. And I am actually really excited to see just how Grimjack is going to get into this, because not only is he going to be reviewing it, he also abridges individual scenes to show his point, and they're just so freaking good when he does that. I'm hyping myself up, aren't I? I stand by that. It's probably going to be really amazing. I'm looking forward to this. So if you haven't already, there's a link below to the original video. Hit it up. Let's just jump right into this. Oh, and before I forget, new headphones. People have been bugging me that I can't hear shit. So I was like, you know what? Grab them. If you want a pair, I have a link somewhere over there in the page. So yeah, hit it up. Otherwise,
finally, a new world, and one where I can study magic. My old life was so crappy, always getting...
I've only heard the English version of this, and there's one massive change they've already made just with the abridged hype review, whatever he calls this section right here. His version of Rudius's old voice is dignified sounding, where the one he had is just a little whiny enough. Not the voice itself, but how they did things, that it sounded like someone who had issues, which matched the character. This one is actually really cool sounding, which admittedly is probably more of a later term thing for the character rather than right now. I like the voice, though. It just doesn't fit early on for how Rudius is. I wonder if they're going to highlight that.
Bullied all the time. And now that I've faced the dreaded truck coon, I'm ready to see what new
that is how he died.
things this life holds.
Water.
Rudy, we ran out of water. Can you go get some from the well?
Wait, no central plumbing. Oh no, there's not even electricity. How am I gonna play any video games or watch TV? Send
I'm sorry. It's every time someone does this joke with the eyes, I lose it. It's so well done.
Play any video games or watch TV?
Yeah, this is literally hell to a nerd.
Send me back!
And already he's more well-adjusted.
Hey everyone, it's your old pal Grimjack, here to whisk you away to a strange new world of magic, swordplay, and perverted babies.
Yeah, that was the
Yes,
creepiest
you heard
thing
that
ever.
Right, because today we're talking about Mushoku Tensei.
The little perverted baby thing. That was the creepiest thing possible on this show. It actually became better as he stayed the same level of perversion as the show progressed, but he wasn't as little a kid anymore. It became less creepy. But early on, that was just... I nearly dropped it because it was just too weird. Glad I stuck around because it got better. But that early on part, they're really testing to see just how much you can deal with there.
Jobless Reincarnation. It begins with a 30-something loser who was on death's door after a chance encounter with Truck Coon. He's badly injured and losing consciousness, with the only thoughts going through his head being how much his life sucked. It's sad yet relatable, because I too am haunted by regrets and constant running over by trucks.
Yeah, those trucks are everywhere, man.
When he awakened...
Did you actually just... You actually put your face on the character... Of course, it was Zombieland Saga. Also, who's voicing everyone here? Oh. Hey, check it out. War Thunder, the perfect game to get all the military secrets that people keep putting up there anyways. Cast VO is... Wait. Really? Coffin Jockey did that? Yeah, I can hear it. Yeah, that makes sense.
When he awakens, he's surrounded by people he doesn't recognize, speaking a language he doesn't understand.
The fact he learned that is impressive.
He's a bit pissed off that this one asshole is making funny faces at his mangled body. But on the plus side, there's an enormous pair of boobs teetering inches above his head, like the New Year's ball at Times Square.
If my wife is watching, one, hi dear, two, I didn't realize they would show that. I thought he would cut it for YouTube. But yeah, that was in the show. I am going to be on the couch for this one. I hope she... I should have closed my door before recording this, shouldn't I? Hear that now? I have headphones. You could probably hear me say that out loud, though. Okay, note to self, stop saying incriminating things out loud. If I just hear it, it won't be... I'm saying incriminating things out loud again. Really not thinking this through.
Ah, my eyes! Huh?
Ooh.
Where am I? And why does it smell like they haven't invented toilets yet? Did I shit myself playing VR chat again? Guys, when you shit in the game, you shit for real.
When you shit in the game, you shit for real. Okay. If that doesn't become a clip later, I don't know what needs to be done, because that is perfect. Also, god damn, I never noticed this because I never had headphones before, but the sound design on this is intense. There's actually like a heartbeat effect, but it's like this droning effect, and it's insane. And then I can hear them going wah 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 in the background. Sorry, maybe this is only because I haven't actually used headphones to do this before, but who did the sound design on this anyways? If I'm right, it's probably, yeah, my toaster is moist. I thought I knew how good the guy can do some mixing on sound, but apparently I was getting the dumbass treatment for not having these. Holy shit.
Just a heads up. Ah, jeez. I'm on one of those.
I need to go re-listen to things.
Wah, wah, wah. Wah,
He's just going wah wah wah.
Ah, a really weird server.
Yeah.
Oh, hello. Never mind. All right, it's growing on me. Hello there, sexy lady.
This is where it got creepy.
This
The
is
hands.
real, and I'm a baby.
In his new life, he is known.
Okay, that's the perfect transition, just from the internal screaming to the external screaming, and I just love how that just went off. Honestly, this is just kind of like it as much as the English dub. I'm only saying as much because I actually think the English dub was fantastic. So
Known as
nice.
Rudius Grey Rat, son of the knight Paul and the former adventurer Zenith. As a baby, he has a lot of free time to wander around and creep the maid out. So he takes it upon himself to learn how to read and
Wait, why did he censor that here when they showed it already?
and creep the maid
Approved, YouTube, approved. 1, I need that seal. 2, you've already shown it. Why are you censoring it now? Because you're highlighting it more, yeah.
out. So he takes it upon himself to learn how to read and write, figure out basic math again, and secretly learn the art of magic.
Yep.
The whole reason why we're here. Yeah, do some magic. Do some magic!
Heck yeah! Now that I've grown out of my baby limbs, I can do cool stuff, like learn magic! Get ready, world, because old Rudy Tooty Point and Shooty's gonna be the next Gandalf!
Oh my god. I'm sorry. He actually did Avada Kedavra, and it just went to the entirely intense, dark music. I need to listen to that again. That's perfect.
Gandalf! Avada Kedavra!
Dude. Are they gonna edit in an explosion at the end? They put in the sirens, that's just as good. Yeah.
It all goes
They actually held off on putting a little explosion in the background. I'm actually surprised. I'm disappointed. I wish they had done that. It would be stupid, but it'd be funny.
swimmingly until he and his family are swimming in water. When he blows up their house with a water ball spell. One of his parents are thrilled. Fuck the house. Now we have an excuse to remodel. Oh, and our son is a genius apparently. We're going to get him tutored in magic and swordsmanship, and maybe even calligraphy, if time's permitting. All in 4K resolution. All right, back to the video. Okay, now how do I do this teleportation?
I'm actually surprised he managed to hold off from saying War Thunder. So accurate, people have literally gone to jail for leaking classified information multiple times. Admittedly, that's a great pitch to anyone who, you know, has nefarious means, because frankly, it's kind of insane that this is literally still a thing that's a problem.
Rudy's new teacher is the plucky demon mage, Roxy McGurdia, who is shocked to discover that he can perform spells without speaking the incantations. She's not very
Roxy,
confident,
best girl.
but she's pretty good at murdering trees.
All right, listen up. Just because you have
Ooh.
powerful parents, well-connected uncles, can cast magic without incantations, and can cast spells way more complex than someone your age should be able to cast, doesn't mean anything.
I'm sorry, that's absolutely beautiful. It's just... I love the humor of this entire setup. It's like, see, you're nothing, that doesn't mean anything. Oh, that advantage you have, it doesn't mean anything. And then she lists off advantages that all mean something, and it's just... I like setups like that. Also, who is voicing her? That's really well done. Roxy is by Canada. I think I've heard their voice in other things. They sound familiar. Either way, they're really good.
Gotta start
with the basics. You dig?
I dig. Are you gonna teach me to blow stuff up?
Yeah, duh. Those are the basics, and they're super cool.
Explosion!
I knew there'd be an explosion in there. They put it in.
Decided to apply himself in a second life. So when he turns 5 years old, he's ready to graduate from Roxy's School of Magic, be a man, and get a job. Be a man and get a job, Rudy. By the time your dad was your age, he was already the foreman at a construction site and smoking 3 packs a day.
I mean, with how they've depicted Paul in the show, that actually might be accurate if they had cigarettes in this world, so that's not even a joke.
The biggest hurdle for Rudy to overcome is how to integrate with society. See, his previous life wasn't exactly filled with happy memories, so the mere concept of leaving his house is a traumatic event. But with the wisdom of his teacher and the inspiration of her panties, what? Rudy is able to pass the final exam.
Did I mention that part where the time as a kid is the creepiest part? Pervy adult? Sure. Pervy under 5-year-old? Ugh. Again, it has a lot of world building. But if they ever just put out a version that toned down the perversion, just so you can get through it and we're aware of it, it would be easier to get into the show. On the other hand, it would also be a massive shock then we see just how perverted he is later on when it actually matters to his character development, specifically with the end of the season. Yeah, it's still kind of effed up. But it gets better.
And brave the great wide world. His only companion, his father's trusty steed. No, not the maid. Caravaggio.
Yeah, because Paul's a man whore. Not even a joke.
His family.
For all we know, he did the horse too.
Yeah, it's gone. You want some?
Oh yeah,
horse
I forgot about that.
You know, horse jerky. Want some horse jerky? Yeah, who wants some horse? Oh, the horse is.
There's horse jerky. That's a thing.
He's alive.
Oh
God.
I actually all forgot about the horse. He's joking about horse jerky being real. You know what? No, it's the world. There's probably horse jerky out there. Ugh. Sorry, that just sounds weird.
All right, you don't have to call PETA. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, they put the horse down.
This 2D horse is alive. Don't worry about it. Does it seem a bit strange that Roxy, someone presented as a major character, would disappear for a prolonged period of time, only after 2 episodes? Yeah.
Wait, that was only 2 episodes? I don't know, but when I watched it, she felt like she had a much larger impact than just 2 episodes. Huh. I guess it's because the overall pacing of the first few episodes is so slow and steady that it felt longer than it actually was. I was surprised about that.
Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation is kinda like that. So you better get used to it now. You know your favorite character? The one you wanna, learn more about? Nope, I don't either. So moving on.
Wow, my isekai eyes work so much better than my old cruddy eyes. I can, see stuff.
Yeah.
Stupid! Ugly! Monster!
Whoa, guys, my eyes didn't suck that bad.
Yeah.
Aw, dip! Someone's in danger. Here I go.
Time to save the day!
Water. Dead.
Jim?
Oh my god, they actually edited it. I'm kind of surprised they just held off from a blood stain. That would have fit.
Jim?
You killed him. Child murder.
Rudy's never taken too kindly to bullies, so he wards them off with his water balls and befriends the victim.
All joking aside, I'm kind of surprised this wasn't a bigger aspect in the actual show, considering fighting back against bullies was literally the thing he never did in his first life, and it always terrified him. This is kind of a huge moment, and I'm a little surprised it was never actually commented on beyond cute girl that he thought was a boy.
Who turns out to be a half-elf named Sylphiette. She's a girl, Rudy, so, don't make it awkward later on, okay?
Yeah.
When his dad confronts him about causing trouble with the local youths, Rudy schools him in a battle of wits. This must be a new low point for you, Paul.
Really isn't. No, it's really not. He just has a lot of them. Granted, a lot of them came later, so it's the lowest point so far that we know of. For all I know, there's things in season 2 and the books that haven't been animated yet that I just don't know about. And unlike for Chainsaw Man, I'm not spoiling myself this time.
You just lost a debate to a 5-year-old. Rudy is
Probably
allowed
only
to
the
keep
third
his
time that's
friendship
happened.
with Sylphiette, and he begins training her in magic. She can even do incantationless casting, just like Rudy. Woo-wee! Sometime
What's
later,
that from?
the Grey Rats receive wonderful news when it's revealed that Zenith is pregnant with Paul's second child! Congratulations, Paul! We're breaking news! The maid is also pregnant with Paul's third child! Because apparently they were fooling around on the side too! Congratulations, Paul!
Hi, I'm Paul.
Wow. That's... That was a stupid edit. It fits. It's so random that I'm actually going to laugh at it a bit. But I don't feel good about that. It's so stupid. Especially since it's such a hard scene. You even put the background music to match it.
So, I'd like to defend myself.
Nope.
The newborns are raised as siblings. Let's not talk about alimony for now.
I mean, technically they are siblings, just half. I mean, they got halfway to Alabama on there, except no one has mixed bloodlines yet. When Eris comes in, they're full Alabama, but we're not there yet.
And at the tender age of 7, their big brother takes on a newfound responsibility.
Okay, 1, I paused at a very interesting time. 2, he is probably the most mature male in the house. I know what I said. Sadly accurate.
To be abducted by Ghislaine, the breast person. I mean beast person, actually. You know what? She's a breast beast person, so some might even say the best breast beast person there ever was.
Why are you kidnapping me?
Because of your dad.
How do you know my dad?
He was a warrior I fought alongside a long time ago. He also slonked my shit stupid style.
Who hasn't he boned?
The answer is probably very few people.
They're headed towards the city of Roa, where Rudy is to spend the next 5 years training under Ghislaine and tutoring a student of his own. Life comes at you fast, but before you start feeling bad for the little guy, remember that he's technically 40. And now, at long last, you can retitle the anime to Gainfully Employed Reincarnation. It's
Oh yeah. Why is it called Jobless when he literally had multiple jobs? Oh, it's because it was a jobless guy who was reincarnated, fulfilling everyone's fantasy of actually being employed and not having to suffer for it. That last part then happens anyways, but you still got the job without that part. Things that can only happen in a fantasy world. Joke got way too real, way too fast. Wow. Whew.
catchy, right? After arriving at his destination, Rudy meets Philip Boris Greyrat, Paul's cousin and the mayor of Roa.
Sup, dude? My name's Rudy, and I think I'm here to teach your daughter? I don't know. Things kind of got a bit hazy after being kidnapped by Ghislaine.
Yes, about that. I suggest you leave before my daughter rips your arms from your torso, fixes them to your skull, and plays bocce ball with your kneecaps.
I mean, the joking part here is that he's being way more honest in this version than mini abridged. Because, goddamn, in the actual show, that was actual useful advice if he had actually delivered it. And because I can't actually.
That like rich people sarcasm? Ha ha.
No!
Funny joke?
Perhaps you'd like to find out. Dude. Oh,
Also, who is doing his voice? I just realized I already forgot the character's name again. I'm not going to figure out who this is. Oh, Roxy's dad? No. Oh, I actually recognize a lot of these voices. Dude.
Paris, dear, your new tutor is here.
Hey, dude, I mean greetings!
What is that from?
My name is Rudius Greyrat, and if you let me learn you a thing or two, I get to go to college.
What is that audio design? I think that's boss music, but I don't know where it's from. I want to say Elden Ring because that's the first thing that drops to mind, but I don't know. And also that, yeah, no, she's definitely a boss.
My favorite color is blue, and my only fear is getting punched in the face.
Dead.
Die, tutor!
And they're just watching.
I'm sure you will all learn to love her in time.
It literally took most of the show for me not to hate her. And even the shit she pulled at the end didn't piss me off nearly as much as her just being useless in the beginning. Like, literally, this first episode, I don't see how anyone can actually like her, which is kind of an entire thing where people are all kind of horrible when you first meet them and you learn to love them. It's kind of a thing without this show. No, not without, throughout the show, including some of the guys who came in later. Like a superb. I guess that's a superb situation. I'm just going to go back to the show. That joke was bad even for me. I'm not even going to make the pun joke. It's just bad.
Astoundingly, she's not especially fond of being trained by someone younger than her.
Or at all.
No need to worry, kiddo. He's really a middle-aged man. So Rudy concocts a cunning plan that cannot fail to stage a fake abduction, forcing Eris to apply herself and learn magic as means of self-defense. The people hired for their acts are super into their performance, explaining that they intend to sell her off for real. Maybe they're method actors? Either way, when Ghislaine comes in to save the day, their next role will be playing...
dead
corpses.
I am the bone of my sword. Steel is...
Watch out, she's about to do a thing!
etc., titty kitty go burr.
Now that Rudy has witnessed a necromommy beheading people before his very eyes, he's a little shaken.
Yeah.
But there's no point in crying over spilt entrails because Eris has accepted him as her tutor. Consider that
not a good
mission a
trade-off.
success. He begins teaching Eris and Ghislaine magic and other studious matters, while they teach him the subtle art of getting his ass whooped. Over time, he
Oh yeah, they got him right in the neck. How did he survive that? I'm going with magic.
manages to chip away at the walls Eris has built, revealing to her how to calculate, how to dance, and how not to fall asleep while he's around because he's still, a creepy little piece of shit.
Yeah.
As the years pass, Rudius has become a staple of the Boreas house. Philip even offers his daughter's hand in marriage because we haven't hit second cousin relationships on our bingo cards yet. But
at least they're second. Yeah, the more you find out about this family, the more I'm like, is it bad what happened later to the grandpa? I don't know. And I'm not taking that as a joke. I actually don't know if he deserved it or not.
the peace and incest are both short-lived, with the monsters of the kingdom beginning to act strangely. A sudden influx of mana is causing quite the stir, and an atom-like object appears in the sky. Could it be Rudy's accumulated karma finally coming back to haunt him after years of douchebaggery?
I mean, for all I know, yes. Well, maybe not the douchebaggery, but actually maybe the douchebaggery. Something's going on. I've only seen the first season, not the manga. For all I know, it's completely unrelated, but I'm taking a wild guess here and saying it probably is.
Or is it Astro Boy muscling in on his turf? Whatever it is, interested parties from all corners of the globe are investigating, including a surly wizard man, a magical pretty boy, and a scantily clad child. Because of course...
Why does it... Who decided this was necessary? Have you seen everything to do with Rudy? We know exactly who did this.
Because
the weird part is her design and the way that she's animated is so incredibly different than every other character. It's like a completely different artistic company took over. And which I'd say, okay, maybe it's just the company who did it decided to take a time off with a silly character. But then the way she's acting is apparently, from what I've been told, accurate. And she's just this weird. I could be wrong. I haven't read the manga. I'm too afraid to find out. Also, because I will eventually spoil myself if I do that, which, I'm trying to avoid that for once.
Because of course, with this anime would include that.
Yeah. FBI, open up! Boom, bitch.
A beam of light emerges from the sky, engulfing Rudy, Eris, and Ghislaine.
Eris just stands
Rudy
there.
finds himself back in the form of his previous life and meets with an ethereal figure who calls himself the Man God. Just add a few numbers to the end of that, and it sounds like a lame gamer tag.
Did they actually just... I'm kind of surprised they held off and just put random numbers in there instead of 49 or 4269. I'm surprised, because that would actually be the absolute dumbest name possible, trying to be as hype as possible. Yeah, no. Good for them.
He warns Rudy that he has been teleported to the harsh landscapes of the Demon Continent. There, he will meet a man who he should trust and assist.
Oh, jeez. I'm alive. Hands check. Privates check. Okay, that's all the stuff that matters.
Oh, jeez.
All right, well, it's left us to get a grasp of my surroundings and...
Dead.
Ah! Demon!
Ironically, while he isn't probably the strongest, considering how they rank these people, maybe accurate for this world. I mean, not in any way, shape, or form as strong as you'd think, but yeah, no, I think he was the leader of the Superd, so yeah, inadvertently accurate, even for a joke.
How's it, dude?
Yeah, okay, cool. I only made a campfire and saved your life. By all means, feel free to scream at me and suddenly become Southern.
Ooh, 1, love that accent. 2, all right. Ruger, they put him all the way down there. Mesmerize. Really? That's his name? Oh, dude, I don't think I've actually heard his voice before. Unless I'm looking at the wrong person. Don't think I am. Good voice, though.
I love when people do that.
Rudy
Probably getting
awakens
used to it.
back in Grey Rat form, and a demon sits before him. Ooh,
Unlike the last one.
scary. The man before him is a Superd, supposedly the most dangerous, violent type of demon there is. His name is Roger Superdia, which sounds like a made-up word someone would use to cheat at Scrabble. He promises to escort Rudy and Eris.
It is now a proper noun because it has been used in official media. You can get away with this in Scrabble. As long as you make sure the other person doesn't know the rules of the proper nouns exactly for names don't actually always count. But that law is usually ignored because who actually reads the rules? Very few people, but granted, if you're playing Scrabble, you might be one of them. That might be a good point. Maybe words with friends? No, that's automatic. I wouldn't recognize it.
Back home and guides them towards a demon village where many turtles have generously donated their shells for housing purposes. This is where the meager tribe resides. And as it turns out, it's Roxy's home, complete with Roxy's parents, who Rudy meets face to face.
Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Roxy's parents. I'm a big fan of your daughter. I pray to a pair of her panties. I like your hair.
I was just about to ask you to leave, but then you dropped that very nice compliment.
I also like your hair. That night, Roger dishes out the true story of what happened to the Superds and how they were brainwashed into becoming killing machines for Lapis, the demon god. Roger.
I'm still wondering how much of that was actually brainwashing because even when he's in control of himself, his entire moral compass is, I want to do the right thing. Murder is the right thing.
Carries a spear, the manifestation of his son's soul, and must bear the shame of his tribe's dark past.
And that is my dark and tragic past, including the part where my son is a spear now, and I use him to murder people, especially people who make fun of children, like my spear son.
What happens if they hurt children?
Bad stuff.
Right. Well, do you and your son, Spear, have any less violent bonding activities?
Nope.
We play catch.
Oh, that's...
With
I
bodies?
yell catch and throw him into the skulls and or torsos of those who would hurt children.
I would like to end the conversation. Shut up, Rudy. I want to hear more.
Of course she does.
They press on towards Rikarasu, a demon city nestled around the cliffs. Rougerd is, of course, persona non grata. But with a quick slap of some blue shit they found on the ground,
probably literally,
he's cleverly disguised as not a Superd. Or at least a Superd you'd get packed with Spider-Man and Captain Crunch at the 99-cent store.
Considering they probably did actually just rub shit into his hair. Yeah. Apparently it's like magic is why, and you see green hair and you automatically think it may or may not actually be magic making people hate things. Curses are weird in this world, and I don't entirely know how they work.
In dire need of some gold, they make a beeline towards the Adventurers Guild and form a party known as Dead End.
Oh,
They'll have to
God,
start.
I forgot about this moment. They actually did this. I'm not sure which is dumber. That she went along with it, or that he spiked up his hair, found an eye patch. Like, they actually did this full on. Oh my God, it's so cheesy. I can see him doing it fully. Getting Eris to go along with it, it's still surprising now. So surprising, I must have completely wiped this from my mind.
Party known as Dead End.
Yeah.
They'll have to start at the bottom ranking, which means they can only accept the lamest jobs and get trash talked by a horse.
Dang, we only got the rank of F class. So these monster killing quests are...
Nay, nay, nay. If it isn't Dead End, you can...
Nay. Really? The horse saying nay? stupid pun about naming no as well as what a horse would say. I don't even. Did Grimjack choose to do this entire specific show just for this joke? Because that is so stupid. You know, normally I would say no, that would be stupid. But I haven't confirmed or denied that with him. I mean, I'm not on Twitter anymore, so I can't. I'm going to assume he said yes. That's how it always works.
Going through some kind of Chunibyo phase or something? Is your cursed eye going to activate?
Oh God, that is actually
How does
what
he
it is,
know
basically.
about my cursed eye?
Maybe. Also, we're awesome and cool and could totally beat
And he
you
actually
up
does
if
get a
we
cursed
wanted.
eye later.
Sure. Here, how about you take this little-bitty lost kitty quest? Wouldn't it be safer for everyone if your inner demon sealed inside of you doesn't go berserk?
Now he knows about the inner demon? Damn, horses are smart.
But for now, Roger's identity is safely concealed, and they can secretly work at restoring the Superb's reputation. It just means they're gonna have to deal with morons like the Tokurabu Toughs, a newly formed party who I assume will be brutally murdered later on to advance
I mean, not all of them, but yeah.
the plot. Yeah, at least, I really hope so. Why do I hope so? Following the advice of ManGod24601, they accept a lowbie job to track down a lost kitten. Their hunt leads them to a dank cave, my personal favorite variety, where some shady guild members have been poaching pets for a profit. There's a slight misunderstanding, and Roger negotiates for their peaceful surrender.
All right, we defeated you fair and square. If you want to live, I suggest you accept our terms.
Just who do you think we are? We are not going to bow down to you no matter what.
Dead.
Catch.
We surrender.
Oh God, he actually did the catch joke. I'm sorry. I thought that was a throwaway joke, or like, hey, I play catch with my son. I throw him into other people's heads. I'm actually a little surprised I didn't edit in 3 stab holes from the trident itself.
Tip, lead with that next time. That way, I won't get bug blood on my shoes.
They work out a deal where the higher ranked poachers will accept the more lucrative jobs, while Rudy and his team will actually carry them out. In exchange, they'll do the shit kicker jobs to help boost Dead End's reputation. Now that they've got some real work under their belt, they take on a pretty serious mission to hunt down a fearsome monster out in the woods. Hey look, the Tokurabu Toughs are out there too, and they're in trouble.
Yep.
Wouldn't it be funny if we waited until the last moment before... I fucking knew it! I can feel in my bones that these assholes were going to die to advance the plot!
And the best part is, this was not actually just the author making some kind of ass pull. It's an intentional moment of Rudius being an asshole. And him realizing, oh shit, there's consequences. Actually one of the moments that actually works really well, because he's doing things horribly intentionally and seeing, oh, crap. I just like this moment as much as I hate it, because it looks horrible about him, but it's showing him growing by seeing that as he is working is not working.
With their grisly deaths?
Yeah.
Forget the demon god or the human god. I am the anime awareness god!
Tropes are a thing.
Anyway, if you ever want to know if a bird demon could actually fly, Gablin confirms it right here.
Temporarily.
Hey, look at him go! Thanks to his hubris, Rudy learns a valuable lesson. He who hesitates is lost. Or, in this case, he who hesitates watches a canary man get chopped in half. They're already bummed.
And the best part is that's not him hesitating. He was intentionally going like, oh yeah, we're going to do the hero thing right until the last second. It was an intentional point by him, making me think there's a lot more going on, because his character doesn't seem conniving enough based only on the jobless aspect. I'm thinking there's more going on. I could be wrong, because again, I haven't watched the original. No, wait, screw that. Sorry, I'm so used to saying that it actually slipped out there. I have watched the original anime, haven't read the manga though. So if there's more, which I'm assuming there is, I don't know it. But yeah, I like that that's not him just having timing. It's him being an asshole. Weird how him being an asshole is probably one of my favorite parts. I'll roll with it.
Out as it is, when Horsehole tries to exploit them by threatening to expose their little job swapping scheme.
Nay, 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 if it isn't Dead End again. I know
Time to die.
Game. I know what you did with your quests.
I should have known it'd come to this. Horses know everything.
I won't rat on you, but I do want you to pony up, Rudy.
It said my name.
Oh,
Spooky
jeez.
mode. Activate.
What?
Dead end!
My God, the person they known as Dead End, who looks exactly like Dead End, part of the team Dead End, is also the demon Superb known as Dead End. Yeah. Again, it's stupid, but curses are weird here, so.
Let me tell you something you don't know.
We were
Horseman
pissing off
Joe.
Superb.
My name's no Kapara. If you
No, it's
don't
not.
stop using your dark powers, I will dead end you here and now with my spear, son.
Right, we're traveling with a demon. I had forgotten.
Technically, the horse is also a demon. Hell, almost everyone there except for these two are demons, so it's just the Superb part.
And with that, Dead End are forced to move out onto the next city. Despite the setback, they have a newfound sense of resolve. And Roger elects to shave his head to prevent his verdant locks from arousing further suspicion.
Kind of surprised I never thought of that before. But again, he kind of weakens the curse when he's around, or it's just happening when he's around in general by accident. First one. Probably wouldn't have been able to think that prior.
That bald look arouses something, though. Look at this TN wannabe son of a bitch. What a Chad!
Oh God, he actually is a TN wannabe. He even has the So help me if there's ever a move where he basically does a solar flare. I would have laughed my ass off. Who's that make Yamcha? Paul. It's definitely Paul.
But what will our adventuring team get up to next? Guess you're gonna have to wait until part 2 of this series to find out. Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation is a whole lot of things all at once. At first, it gives off a vibe that this is gonna be a goofy isekai anime. But then
I mean, it does have that aspect. A lot of that aspect. It's over the top in that aspect. But it's also not everything.
it tackles a lot of emotional stuff. By being so many things and crossing so many genres, there's something for everyone, especially the pervs. Oh yes, they will be eating good with this one. It's one of those animes you kind of have to watch for yourself to figure out. Or better yet, watch this video repeatedly until you become an expert. Either way, you're probably gonna have a real good time. Thanks for watching the video, and let me know if you want to see more Mushoku Tensei Abridged Overview videos so you can find out what happens to super important people like Elaine, and Rudy's dad, and the one perfect kid Roxy's teaching. Oh yeah, I forgot him.
Oh yeah, that kid existed. That entire mini arc in the show was... It just convinced me that literally maybe Laplace was right and just going on a warpath was the right option.
About him. Ah, well, I'm sure he won't be important later. Anyway, this is Grimjack, signing out. See you guys next time!
And apparently they're just going to stop right at the first part. Do you know how annoying it is when someone goes in and takes an entire section? It's like, okay, I'm going to break this up into multiple parts. Can you imagine what kind of asshole would do that? Completely unforgivable. Honestly, that guy should just get punched in the face. All joking aside, I really love this. This is just really good. I love the voicing. I just... On the one hand, I want more of the review. On the other hand, I want more of the abridged aspects of it. I want both, and I want more of them. God damn you, Grimjack, for not having both done in advance and really going outside of any way, shape, or form that would ever be conceivable and breaking time-space boundaries to do things in advance of having actually done them. That's your part for not inventing time travel, and I will hold you to that. I already said joking side, didn't I? Whatever. But this is actually really good. I liked his commentary. I like how he's just adding those little nods like, hey, that perfect kid. I'm sure he won't be important later. The most annoying part about him is that he's not unhelpful. He's just annoying. It's like looking at Rudius's character, but before the isekai aspect, but making him just worse. And you have that guy. Actually, no, never mind. His character was still better than that guy. I don't even remember the kid's name, but he annoyed me. I do like how this is done. I like seeing how he's pulling it apart. There's a few things I would have added in, and honestly, most of it would have just been tearing into the ad read he did, because it's War Thunder, man. They have earned the reputation of incredibly accurate designs due to literally compromising national secrets in a forum open setting multiple times. I keep going back to that because, oh dear God, it is not a joke. They do that. Yeah. Basically, if anyone knows when the second one comes up, let me know, because I missed this for almost 2 weeks. The hell me. And I'd appreciate if someone lets me know so I don't do that again, because I want to see the next part. If you do, thanks. If you don't, Tim, what are you doing, Tim? We had to talk, Tim. Good to know. I don't know why I'm so hyped. It's because I'm on caffeine right now. I just drank a bunch of really caffeinated tea. That's why I'm hyped. Okay. Otherwise, you guys know the deal. There's a link below to the original video. Hit it up. It was awesome. And if you haven't watched it already, do that. If you haven't, that'd be weird at this point. Do it anyways. And if you have already watched it, do it again. Thanks. I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios.